Of course it's gonna go up because you know your boy gonna get that riding in. Excuse the high water sweats. It's a little chilly out here. What's going on, guys? Road King Sino here, bringing you a late night edition of the Dirty Left Shoe Chronicles. You dig? If you ain't noticed already, I done picked up a Busa. You understand me? Yeah, she mean and clean, man, but she definitely not up to my standards. Got her for a good deal, guys. Just like I said, and like I said in the previous video about buying bikes and buying a bike now. Just going with my guidelines and how I go about things when I'm purchasing. I went ahead, went through my whole process, and it checked out pretty good, so we shall see. Let me give you the walk around of this bike, and also, I think what I'm gonna do is let this be called a flip series for this particular motorcycle and future motorcycles to come, where you guys might see me purchase a motorcycle or buy a motorcycle from someone, and you know, do the little odds and ends and do a little fixing here and the fixing there that it needs, and you know, see if I'm able to flip the bike for a profit. I think that'll be pretty cool. Y'all let me know in the comment section below if you like to see something like that. I know you all know that I have a habit of saying, oh, I'm gonna sell this, so I'm gonna sell that, and you always see me with it. You know, I got a love and a passion for these things, man, and everything, of course, does have a price. This will be for sale. I assure you it will be for sale. I know it's almost right against, or goes against the grain of what I'm saying, but, you know, again, when I go out and I purchase these motorcycles, understand that I'm purchasing them for, you know, a lower price or discounted price because I'm putting time and effort into going through these things and making sure they're back up to par and even better than when they were before I received it, and sometimes before the person that owned it beforehand had it when it was to their standards, so to speak. So enough of that. Let me go ahead and show you what's going on here. Okay, check it out. 2009 Hayabusa, custom paint. As you can see, it looked like it's got a blue pearl in there. A lot of chrome on this thing, whole lot of chrome. Chrome mirrors, you got your handlebar grips, chrome, all these chrome accents. These are just chrome frame covers. The frame is not actually chrome itself. Chrome rear sets, chrome clutch cover, would look like a diamond cut. Chrome wheels, of course, if you can check that out. Really nice kit on there. That's the Roaring Toys 330 outside drive kit. A lot of people who aren't familiar with these kits, the normal fat tire kits have a jack shaft. And when you're using an outside drive setup, you don't have a jack shaft, so you're actually just running one chain. So let me show you what that looks like. Basically what it is this the outside drive setup, and it takes and it moves the chain to the outside of the frame. Simplest way put, imagine that front sprocket being extended. You got a bearing support, I'm sure, in there. This plate, of course, and also that front sprocket up there. So imagine that front sprocket being extended, so you're able to run one chain instead of two chains. Anybody who knows and who's had fat tire kits knows the process of having to adjust your chain, you know, and especially having to adjust your chain when you had two chains that you have to adjust. A lot of people don't know how to do it properly or correctly at all. I had a fat tire kit back in the day on a Gixxer 1000 300 kit. I think it was a CNS arm that had a jack shaft on it, and I was pretty good with it. I purchased it brand new and everything, but it was a pain when you did have to adjust it. It wasn't really bad, but the fact that you had to make adjustments to it here and there. If you don't know how to do it, you will be lost. So basically this outside drive system makes it a lot easier because it's just like you're adjusting a regular chain. and you actually pull these plates off, and you're able to kind of, you know, adjust it and move that back wheel. Arms a little beat up, so offhand I know I'm going to be freshening that up. First thing I do is kind of pull them completely apart, so I will do that. I like to see and know what I'm buying. When I'm purchasing originally, it ain't but so much you can do. You could say, oh, can I see this, can I see that, even take a ride, and I did take a ride on this particular one, but you can't tell a person, hey look man, can I pull off all your fairings, can I pull out the battery and check and see if it's holding the charge, can I drain your fluid and see if it's anything inside the oil pan, you know what I mean? You can't do a lot of those things. So some of these things, man, is just, you know, a roll of the dice. The advice that I do like to give is, when you do this, make sure you're purchasing that type of motorcycle that you're most familiar with, or that you're a little more familiar with, versus something that you're not as familiar with. That'll kind of help you. It won't guarantee anything, but it'll help you, you know, with your purchase. Some things that I noticed off break with this bike the moment that I rode it was that, you know, it felt a little funny when I braked. Like, you know, it was kind of pulling to one side and the other side, even in turns. So I automatically knew it was an issue with the forks. I did assume that the fork seals were blown. So first thing I did was drove it up to some light like this, similar to this, and checked it. And sure enough, leaking everywhere all over the forks. So if you look right here, that's why you see these rags. When I transported this back, I put these rags right here to catch the fork fluid, and both of the seals are busted. So I'll go ahead and I will be replacing that. Not sure if I'm going to make a video or not out of that, but I will personally be replacing and going over any and everything over this bike that I see needs to be fixed, changed out, tightened up, any and everything that you can think of. So the moment that I do decide to sell this bike, please understand, whoever purchases this bike is going to get a good bike. When you lower these bikes, this bike is obviously lowered in the back. It's got Rowan Toys dog bones on it. You can use risers. They have like little spacers that go in between this top clamp, which just really is the clip-ons. Let's say it's just a one-piece clip-on setup. That top triple tree is actually underneath this. So imagine this just being one long clip-on. I know it sounds confusing, but the only function of this literally is for, you know, to have your bars in there. Long story short is that they had kits where they have spacers that you put in between here, and that allows this top part to raise up, so where you can lower these fork tubes through that top triple tree. I'm gonna skip all of that. They got custom top trees, if you will, but again, it's just really a top piece that goes over the top triple tree, but they have bigger holes so you're able to slide the fork tubes through. So I'll go ahead and get one of those for it and make sure I get this bike lowered properly, because right now it's sitting like this. The back end is lowered, but the front end is kind of at stock height. You know, some people, they ride them like that, but again, when I sell this thing, I want to make sure that it's right, and anyone that purchases it can be assured and won't have to worry about it not being done right. For people who don't know, Hayabusa motors is one of the most reliable motors through Suzuki that they have, and that they pretty much ever came out with. So you can get a lot of miles out of these motors as long as they've been pretty much well kept. And overall, just looking from the outside, I think this bike has been pretty much very well kept, with the exception of the things like I noticed with the fork seals, and then also, you know, the little wear and tear on the swing arm. I will be pulling all the fairings and everything off, really looking at everything, the frame, everything as far as the motor, underneath the tank, checking out all the wiring, and pretty much anything you can think of as far as going inside a bike without really separating the motor from the frame, I'm gonna do, just because I like to know exactly what I have. Also too, it's got a chrome bezel. That's pretty nice. Got the chrome bezel there to kind of match everything else. It goes with everything else. And the chrome gas cap cover kind of spins off. It's on there tight because I put that Gorilla Grip on there, but got the chrome gas cap. Got the nice Rowan Toys side plate holder. Tag flip backwards, of course. So it's a nice setup. Understand, anybody who does buy this or ends up getting this is definitely going to get a great bike, you know, with a lot of great parts on. The chrome grab bar, Shorty levers, you can check those out. It's got the shorty levers, chrome mirrors, zero gravity windscreen. A lot of people don't know that zero gravity windscreen is not a cheap windscreen. It's got the mesh. I'm not gonna call that chrome, but I'll call it like a polished mesh. It's got that. Those look like hot bodies, dual slip-ons. Hot body slash cut. I think I had one of those before, so I'm pretty sure that those are hot body slash cut slip-ons. These are covers, chrome or plastic chrome, whatever you want to call it. It kind of goes with the bike. I'll check this out, but a lot of people who don't know, who's not familiar with the Hayabusas might not know, but these plastics for some reason tend to fall forward a lot of times, and a lot of times people can mistake it for it being broke, or for them not being lined up correct, or for them not being original ABS plastics. I'm pretty sure that they're original just by the feel of them. They got a lot of flexibility to them, and those China plastics, a lot of the poor quality ones are really stiff. This kind of slides forward, and it's just, I think it was just a thing with Suzuki's, the way that they built these bikes, because every boost that I've ever had, I've always had to make and check and kind of get this line back up and slipped into place. I know a lot of times I see people put screws right here on the front, right and front left hand side to kind of keep them in place. We'll see what we're working with once I get it all apart and everything. Another little thing that I never mentioned, when you are purchasing and when you are looking to buy these used motorcycles, try, if you don't have your tools on deck, try and see if they have the toolkit in there. This bike did have the toolkit in it. I don't have it in it right now, but look under the seat. You can learn a lot by checking under the seat. If you got a battery in there that's just got the positive and the negative connected to it, no other accessories, no anything, that's perfect. A lot of times when people put these accessories on these bikes, the first place they go, they don't splice into, you know, tail light, front, this, that, and the third. The first place they go is bam, right there on the battery. And I've seen some hideous wiring underneath the seats. Alright guys, so that's it. You know what I mean? People always talking about this and talking about that, so I'm gonna allow you to put your bids in early. So leave in the comment section below, man, if you got your eyes set on this bike. If you haven't done so already, guys, make sure you comment, like, subscribe. Most of all, share this video. Send the video to a friend who's going to send it to a friend who's going to send it to a friend. I appreciate all the love out there. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace. Yeah.